What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Guy Wozniak, and you're watching episode number 26 of Comic Book Jeopardy on the Comic Book Guy channel. Yeah, let me say, thanks for joining us today for another Sunday episode of Comic Book Jeopardy. Now, I'm going to dive right into the categories, and then I'm going to pass the game over to my co-host, Matt, because we're scrambling just a little bit to get 2 episodes done in advance of MegaCon next week because, well, we're going out of town for that. So let's keep this short and sweet. Category number 1 this week will be Cable, and this is one in a series of questions all about the Marvel mutant himself, Cable. Category number 2 this week is going to be comic book keys, and a key comic is a comic that is highly sought after and often kind of expensive. These questions will focus on those issues. Category number 3 this week is iconic comic covers, and here we have a series of questions that show you a comic book cover with all of the text and the logos removed, and you need to guess both the title and the issue number. So this could be a little bit tough. Category number 4 is non-mutant X-Men, which is a category and questions supplied by viewers and friends of the channel, Bob and Brandy. So thanks to you guys for this one. We really appreciate the help. Category number 5 today is day jobs. And yeah, lots of comic characters have a regular 9-to-5 job to go to along with their adventuring lives. And we will be testing your knowledge on those jobs here. Category number 6 is Terminator. And yeah, this is our pop culture wildcard category and the category our channel members voted on this week. Terminator beat out World of Warcraft and Nirvana. So yeah, here we have a bunch of questions about that movie franchise. Now, speaking of channel members, a quick shout out and a thanks to all of you guys who have joined the channel and gotten a membership recently. I think we're up to 27 or maybe 28 of you guys now. So that is super awesome. Thank you so much for the support. Now, if you're out there and you'd like to get a membership and have a chance to vote on categories through our weekly members-only polls, all you got to do is click that little join button down below and sign up for a membership. Now, I'm sure all of you guys know the rules of Comic Book Jeopardy, but just in case you don't, here it is real quick. We have a series of 30 questions in escalating difficulty, and if you would like to, of course, feel free to keep score by adding up the points that you earn for correct answers. However, as I always say, don't bother subtracting points for wrong answers because that's just not that fun. At the end of the 5th and final round of questions, we will have a single final Jeopardy question for you where you can wager as many points as you have previously earned on that final question. But here's the most important rules of all. First, make sure that you leave your final score in the comments below. And if you're new here, make sure that you click the like button and the subscribe button because we could really use your help and support. So thanks a lot for that. Now, I am going to pass it over to my co-host and good friend Matt, and he will run you through the questions on this week's episode. And I'll be back here at the end for one final message.
What's up, everyone? I'm Matt, and this is Comic Book Jeopardy. I hope you're ready for some fun ones this week. Now let's dive into the 200-point questions. Cable for 200. The mutant known as Cable's real name is this. What is Nathan Summers? Comic book keys for 200. This comic book key is considered the first full appearance of the Spider-Man villain, Venom. What is Amazing Spider-Man number 300? Iconic comic covers for 200. Name the title and issue number of this iconic cover featuring the Hulk and Wolverine with artwork by Todd McFarlane. What is Incredible Hulk number 340? Non-mutant X-Men for 200. This virtually unstoppable foe was a member for a short time, empowered by the Crimson Gem of Satorak. Who is Juggernaut? Kane Marco. Day jobs for 200. When he is not saving Earth, this award-winning investigative reporter works for the Daily Planet. Who is Clark Kent, or Superman? Terminator for 200. Terminator and T2 Judgment Day were both from the creative mind of this blockbuster writer and director. Who is James Cameron? And that'll wrap up the 200-point cupcake round. Let's test your knowledge of all things comics with these 400-point questions. Cable for 400. Upon completing the series New Mutants, Cable and his team got this new name and comic book series. What is X-Force? And yeah, you better believe I was reading X-Force when that came out. That was good stuff. Comic book keys for 400. Uncanny X-Men number 266 is often cited as his first appearance, in spite of him appearing in X-Men Annual number 14 a few weeks prior. Who is Gambit? A lot of characters have this type of thing happen, like Wolverine, he actually appeared in Hulk 180, but actually Hulk 81 is the more expensive and more desirable first appearance, and is cited as his actual first appearance. Iconic comic covers for 400. Name the title of this Alan Moore written one-shot story that redefined the origins of the Joker. What is Batman the Killing Joke? Non-Mutant X-Men for 400. This mutated human could copy the abilities of the X-Men if they were nearby, and also became a deputy leader of the X-Men at one point. Who is Mimic? Day jobs for 400. This freelance photographer later changed careers to work as a scientist at Horizon Labs. Who is old Web himself, Peter Parker? Spider-Man. Terminator for 400. He was the future leader of the human resistance and the central character of Terminator 2. Who is John Connor? And that'll do it for the 400 pointers. Next up, the 600 point questions, and things are going to start to get a little more difficult. Cable for 600. Cable is the time-traveling son of these two characters, who are Scott Summers and Madeline Pryor. Comic book keys for 600. Lobo, the main man, first appeared in issue number 3 of this comic book series. What is Omega Man? And yeah, he had a slightly different appearance than he does now. If you haven't seen his first appearance, definitely check it out. It's quite a different look. Iconic comic covers for 600. Name the title and issue number of this iconic 1993 comic book cover by Dan Jurgens and Brett Breeding. What is Superman number 75? Yes, the infamous Death of Superman comic. Non-Mutant X-Men for 600. This star of the Mojoverse had only 4 fingers on each hand, hollow bones, and the power of luck. Who is Longshot? And yeah, I read about Longshot when he first came out, and I remember thinking he was a really interesting character, but I had no idea he had 4 fingers. I had to go back and look, and yes, he does in fact only have 4 fingers. And I don't mean 4 fingers and a thumb, I mean 3 fingers and a thumb. Day jobs for 600. She has been a member of the Superhuman Law Division of a prestigious firm and is a successful criminal defense attorney. Who is Jennifer Walters, She-Hulk. Terminator for 600. In the series Terminator, the Sarah Connor Chronicles, Summer Glau played this character, a Terminator sent from the future to protect John. Who is Cameron, or Cameron Phillips? How are you guys doing so far? Good, I hope. And now it's time for the 800 pointers. And do you want to make 800 bonus points? Make sure you hit like and subscribe buttons. Cable for 800. Created by these two comic creators in 1990, Cable first appeared in Marvel Comics' New Mutants number 87. Who are Louise Simonson and Rob Liefeld. And you want to read some good Louise Simonson stuff? Read her run on X Factor. It's phenomenal. Comic book keys for 800. DC Comics' bow-shooting archer, Green Arrow, first appeared in this 1941 comic book. What is More Fun Comics, number 73? Iconic comic covers for 800. Name the title and issue number of this legendary John Buscema comic cover depicting the mighty Thor and Silver Surfer. What is Silver Surfer number 4? A comic I am very much in search of at a decent price. Non-Mutant X-Men for 800. He is a member of the Technarchy race, first joining the New Mutants. Who is Warlock? Warlock was awesome when he first came out. I love that guy. They definitely need to bring him into a movie or a TV show in some way, but I imagine it would be really CGI heavy. Day jobs for 800. His former test pilot is a member and occasional leader of an intergalactic police force. Who is Hal Jordan, Green Lantern? And did you know that he also had a brief stint as a traveling toy salesman and a trucker? Terminator for 800. Schwarzenegger has said this actor and former football player was originally in consideration for the role of the Terminator in the 1984 film. Who is O.J. Simpson? Yes, the original Killing Machine. And now it's time for the toughest round of Comic Jeopardy, the 1,000-point round. So here we go. Cable for 1,000. Infected by this as an infant, Cable used his psychic abilities to keep the ailment in check, thus limiting his powers. What is the techno-organic virus? Comic book keys for 1,000. Created by Gardner Fox and Murphy Anderson, she first appeared in the 1964 issue of Hawkman number 4. Who is Zatanna? Iconic comic covers for 1,000. Name the title and issue number of this comic book, which happens to be John Romita Sr.'s first full issue on the series. What is Amazing Spider-Man number 39? One of the true gems in my collection. Non-Mutant X-Men for 1,000. A detective with the Indian National Police, she was transformed into a human cyborg sleeper agent designed to hunt mutants. Who is the Omega Sentinel? Day jobs for 1,000. This Nobel Prize-winning biochemist invented a biorestorative formula designed to solve the world's food shortages. Who is Alec Holland, the Swamp Thing? Yeah, that's from one of Guy's favorite stories, the Alan Moore run of the Saga of the Swamp Thing. Read it if you haven't. According to him, it's awesome. Terminator for 1,000. He is the legendary special effects designer who helped create and bring the T-800 cyborg endoskeleton to life in the Terminator franchise. Who is Stan Winston? And that's going to bring us to the end of the 1,000-point round and on to Final Jeopardy. Feel free to wager as many points as you have previously earned on this final question from the category of celebrities and comics. And without any further ado, let's jump straight into it. This actor's copy of Action Comics number 1 was stolen from his home in the year 2000 and recovered 11 years later. He purchased it in 1996 for $150,000, and it was recently sold at auction in January of 2026 for a record $15 million. Who is Nicolas Cage? Yes, Nicolas Cage bought that book for a then record-breaking $150,000 in 1996. And the story goes that he had a party at his house and it was stolen in 2000. And it was found 11 years later in some abandoned storage unit. Can you imagine coming across that? And after he recovered it, he sold the book then a few months later for $2.2 million, because I think he was having his tax problems at that point. And they say that 100 copies of Action Comics #1 are thought to exist, and this one selling more recently for $15 million makes it the most expensive comic of all time. God, I wish I had been the one to find it in that storage unit. I'll tell you that. So that's going to wrap it up for Jeopardy and for me this week, and I'm going to pass it right over to Guy for the final message.
Hey guys, I'm back, and I am here to close this one out real quick. I do have a quick announcement. Next week's episode won't have a members voted on category. I'm really sorry about that, but since we're going to MegaCon and we're not going to have time to make an episode next week, we're doing them in advance, and that means there won't be time to post up a poll and get the results back and make that episode. So I hope you guys understand, and again, I'm sorry about that, but there will be a weekly poll to vote on categories the following week. Now, with all of that said, I'll wrap this one up by saying, keep collecting comics, keep watching our videos, and until the next one, bye now.